pay attention to my hair and shit, because I gotta do mine. But this ain't about me. This is about doing a silk press on my friend's hair. And I'll make a separate video showing you guys the different products that I used in her shit. So alright, so what I'm doing right now is she just washed and conditioned her hair with just, you know, like the regular conditioner to detangle it. I detangled it for her, and I'm about to go ahead and apply the deep conditioner in her hair right now. I am applying the Cream of Nature with Argan oil from Morocco for natural hair. It's a strengthening hair mask. I always deep condition before I do a silk press, just to, you know, to maximize the time frame of the silk press, how long it lasts, and just so that, you know, it's as strong as possible and it has a lot of moisture. I am putting it in smaller sections because it's easier to distribute the product throughout all of her hair when you do it in smaller sections, and to keep it, you know, detangled so it doesn't knot up. I swear a good deep conditioner can like just bring the life out of your hair. Like, as you can see here, as I'm just applying it, like her curls are really popping, and it's really like penetrating each strand deeply. I feel like even with wash and goes, like my hair is, it's like actual curliest, especially with me having like damage, a little bit of damage on it still. It really like reverts my curls back strongly. I love it. Don't mind the ambulance in the background either, because it just was driving by when I was editing. And I'm not going back to delete it either, so. Alright, so I'm about to finish applying this and get this plastic bag put over her head, and then we will be back here once we rinse it out for the blow drying process. Alright, so I'm about to part it in different sections and then apply this silk blowout. It's a quick drying thermal spray, and it protects her hair from heat damage up to 450 degrees. Yep, so as you can see, just sectioning it off into smaller sections so that we can get through it quickly. I'm gonna take my wide tooth comb and, you know, just comb through it really quick. So that it's easy to brush through it as I'm blow drying. I guess we'll see in a second which brush I use. I don't remember if I just used a regular brush. I think I used my round brush. I just spray that entire section a couple times. And then, yep, I took my round brush. I usually do use that, so I figured I would. It just basically helps me stretch the hair out as long as possible, so that the straightening process is as easy as possible, and you know, you don't have to use as many passes with the flat iron. So I am going to go ahead and finish blow drying this section so you guys can see, and then we're gonna skip forward to when the whole head is completed. had to put a towel under her neck because niggas' necks was getting burnt. So yeah, if you need to put a towel under your neck because of the heat, then you know, make sure you do so you're not burning your neck, especially if you got jewelry on, or take it off, shit, whatever makes you comfortable, obviously. Alright, so we're almost done with her whole head. I basically blow dried the whole head. I'm just going through the whole head and making sure the roots are completely dry, because you don't want wet roots before you, of course, straighten some hair. You want them to be as straight as possible. And so yeah, this is my thermal silk styler. It is by Silk Elements. I did freeze it so you guys can take a good look at it, so you know what you're going to get when you go to the store. I got this from Sally's Beauty Supply store. It's basically like a silk serum, and it leaves your hair like extremely soft and smooth and silky during the straightening process. And it also is a heat protectant as well. So it's 2 different heat protectants that I use. I just put like a very small amount in the palm of my hand and went and distributed it through the whole head. She's smelling it because it smells really good. Like, it smells so good. So yeah, make sure you guys check that out, or use some type of serum just to keep it, you know, as smooth as possible during the straightening process. Alright, so once again, I'm about to go ahead and section it into much smaller sections, of course, because I'm about to start the straightening process. Depending on the hair texture is the amount of heat I use, so I'm not going to say a specific level of heat that I use, because it just depends. Like for thicker hair, you use a higher amount of heat, and for thinner hair, you don't have to use too much. So you should be able to determine that based on your own texture. Alright, so my other brush was wet, the one that I usually chase the hair with. So I used my round brush, but yeah, whatever, still the same. I'm just doing the perimeter. Erin is coming to check out the scene. She loves to watch me do hair. I'm about to go ahead and just straighten the perimeter of her hair right now, and then I will basically start to straighten her hair. I'll section it into small sections. I will straighten each section with, I try to just go for 1 pass. Sometimes it takes 2, but I usually don't go past 2 passes, just to, you know, minimize the amount of heat that you're applying to the hair so you don't cause any heat damage. But there is heat protectants, you know, all throughout her hair, as you've seen me use previously. So yeah, enjoy the straightening process, and should be done shortly. Alright, so check her hair out. It's super smooth, super straight, silky. We'll take care of those ends at the end of the video once I'm finished straightening her whole head. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of her head, and then we will be back before I get ready to trim her ends. Alright, so I'm about to go ahead and get ready to trim her ends. I always try to, you know, make sure people are comfortable with how much I'm about to take off. I didn't take too much off of hers, but you do kind of want to just get rid of your dead ends so that you can retain length a lot easier, and your hair will seem to grow faster, which really is growing at the same speed all the time, but it's less likely to break off if your ends are healthy and sealed. So yes, if the more you take care of your ends, the less likely or the less often that you'll have to get your ends trimmed. I only have to get my ends trimmed like twice a year. That every 6 weeks stuff is you shouldn't have to do that, honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that, and then she will be finished here. Alright, so I'm done trimming her ends. I'm just making sure that it's, you know, nice and even completely around, so her hair isn't, I just like to make sure that it's crispy. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take my flat iron, and I'm gonna slightly bump the ends just a little bit to give it that nice finish. And then that is how I do a silk press on other people's hair. I mean, it's basically the exact same thing that I do on my hair, but people just like to see that I can do other people's hair as well. I'm gonna try to get more of my friends to allow me to do silk presses on them, so you guys can see, you know, the effort it takes with different textures. Also, I am helping the friend in this video to grow her natural hair, so you will see me do hers again in the future as well, and then we'll see and track her length as well, just so you guys can see, you know, that the measures that I'm actually taking and the routines that I'm doing actually are effective in retaining length. Alright, so this is the finished result of her hair. It's nice and smooth. It's super silky, super straight. Her ends look healthy. Her roots are completely straight. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.